Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Aries Weekly Tarot Bite reading for the week of August 14th through the 20th. This is I Am Illuminated tarot reading for Soul Illumination. So hi, everyone, and welcome. My name is Lauren. Now, this is a quick read for the week ahead for the sign of Aries. Now, we're basing this reading on the two themes that came up in the general collective reading, which was released on Sunday evening, if you'd like to view that. Now, the two themes that came up were the never-ending story and the Ten of Pentacles. How that really came through was this week we are each being asked to review a story about ourselves that no longer suits the person that we are today. And it's about really closing that book in the series of, if you think about your life as a series of books like Harry Potter, or you choose your favorite book series, this is where we get that chance to close that book on that version of ourselves. And we get to open a new book. And we get to write that first sentence in that new, fresh book as the person we are now. So there is a story that we've each been kind of bringing forward with ourselves that tells us, that is based in fear, loss, lack, failure, where we tell ourselves we're not capable of doing something. This is where we would look at ourselves as the hero of our story and we say, we're the hero that's always unlucky in love. We're the hero that just is always down and out in their physical sense. They never have enough money. They're always subject to the ebb and flow of what just gets thrown into their life. Whatever that story is that has gotten carried forward, there's a sense now of being able to almost reinvent yourself, to say, with the Ten of Pentacles coming in, what does my soul want to create in my life experience? Because the Ten of Pentacles speaks to legacy. It speaks to ultimately what we want to build for ourselves. It's what we want to experience in the physical before we pass on to the great mystery that is beyond what we know in our physical experience. So there's a sense here of really getting in touch with the bigger picture for ourselves, but through the lens of a fresh perspective of the new version of ourselves. It is going to not carry that old story we've told about ourselves from the past. This could even be the story where we tell ourselves we're always the victim, or we're always the person who has to take on more work in a work environment than everybody else. And you say, you know what? No, in this book, I'm the one who gets to go on vacation more, and everybody else gets to be the one that has to take on the work, whatever it is. So keep that in mind as we move into this reading. So I'm going to start to pull some cards here to look at these two messages specifically for you, Aries. So we're going to be looking at, what is this never-ending story that you're finally putting an end to starting this week? Again, when we think about, so I gave everybody homework in the general collective where I said, if you can this week, this would be a great week to take out that journal and write that first line for your new book. And write the last line that you would love to see come to be, that if you read your book and you got to that last page, what does that last line say as well? And how can you get excited about how you're going to move from the first line to the last line? All right, so we had a card that fell on the floor. Ooh, we have the King of Wands. Powerful card here, Aries. King of Wands is the energy of someone who, it could be a business owner, we have the High Priestess as well. So King of Wands is someone who, again, could be a business owner. This is someone who leads from what they're passionate about. Sometimes they can be uncompromising in that. A good example of this would be the really fiery, dynamic CEO kind of energy, the Elon Musk, the Oprah Winfrey, the people who they're very focused on taking action from what they're passionate about. But they're also socially responsible. So that's why these can often be business leaders. They can be people who are at the head of something. But the High Priestess coming in here. For many of you, especially Aries, because you are such an action-oriented sign, you are the cardinal fire sign. You are here to really show the rest of the Zodiac how to lead, how to take action, how to lead also from a healthy sense of the I, of your direct connection to yourself. So there's a lot of self-initiation that will come through in your life experience depending on where you have Aries in your birth chart. But if you have Aries Sun or Aries Rising, there's a sense here of really being called to push, to initiate, to take the lead. And if you have Aries rising, that might just come in through circumstances that are constantly pushing you into having to step to that forefront. With the High Priestess, there's a sense of deep intuitive knowing. The High Priestess is that beautiful energy of really tapping into universal knowledge to the point where we can make decisions from just deep knowing and trusting that. And there's a sense here of really trusting your ability to lead from what you're passionate about, to be seen. I think for many of you up to this point, either one of two things. Either you've hidden in the shadows because you're almost afraid of your own fire, you're almost afraid of your own power, or there's been a sense now, and this week is where it's changing. Maybe you were always the one who was kind of behind the scenes. You were the helper. You were the person who was the good manager, but never the business owner. You were the person who was maybe the wingman for everybody else, but never the kind of leading hero or heroine of the story. You know, you helped everybody else find the love of their life, but you were never the one that went out and was like, here I am. I'm going to be the one who gets to sit on my throne and be the king, and where's my queen, you know, kind of thing. Now, obviously, don't associate gender with this. There's just a sense here when we have the masculine come in like this, that is about initiation energy. That is about moving forward and leading from that position, where the queens or the feminine energy is all just about receptivity. So there's a sense here of you guys are really being asked to embrace that masculine aspect of yourself and your sign, but through the energy of Leo, because Leo is associated with the King of Wands. We're in Leo season still for about another week or so, and there's a sense here of really capitalizing on that for yourself, of trusting where you're feeling the call to be seen and lead from what you're passionate about. This could be actually a deep understanding that you want to be a business owner. This could be a deep feeling within yourself that I want to take the lead in some aspect of my life, but maybe the never-ending story was, again, you were always the support figure. Maybe you were always just a support friend. Now you're like, I need support. I need that, you know, person below me as I ascend to my throne, so that they go out and do all the things that I've always done for everybody else. There's a sense here of really ascending to your throne and understanding on a deep intuitive level what that means for you. Whether that means finally ascending to the throne in your own family, and you get to really focus on the passion that you bring within the family dynamic. This doesn't always have to be just work focused or hobby focused or that kind of thing. This could even be leading within your own community as well. So beautiful energy for you, Aries. And it's a great time as well because we've just had the North and the South node move out of Taurus and Scorpio into your signs. So you have the North node in Aries, South node in Libra, and the North node is going to be in Aries for the next about 18 months or so, which is great time, great energy for you to take that energy, which is pushing all of us to embrace Aries energy, embrace the eye, embrace what we can initiate over the next year and a half. And for many of you, this initiation is really going to lead to the foundation for either a business, a foundation for a passion project, a foundation for elevating your home life. But there's a sense of really embracing your ability to lead from what you're passionate about, not what everybody else is passionate about. Remember, focused on the I. Aries, your actual motto in the Zodiac world is I am. So you are the first sign in the Zodiac wheel. You are the initiation, or the initiator. And really own that. Own that in this new book you're writing in your life series. So let's see here. What does Aries need to know? Now, for those of you who have Aries in your moon placement, this could be really coming through strongly in your emotional sector. I just feel called to say this. So for those of you who do check your chart and see that you have Aries in a moon placement, this would be where you are really ascending to the throne in your emotional aspect of yourself. So again, this could really be focused on emotions and romance and relationships, but it could also be your relationship to where you choose to lead from your emotions, and maybe where you've hidden yourself to a certain extent, or where you have not allowed yourself to shine based on what you feel. So I don't know why that I felt the need to share that, but it came through. And it can also be where you're being called this time around to lead from your emotions. Maybe not lead so much from the other aspects of self, but lead from, again, what you feel, lead from what makes you happy, lead from what makes you feel the energy of love, because that's also what Leo represents: love, children, all these kind of happy, beautiful aspects to our experience. Okay, so for the 10 of Pentacles, we have the 8 of Wands. Beautiful. 8 of Wands is fast movement. This is like, hey, things are going. Let's see if anything else wants to come out. I'll show you guys the cards in just a second. So I think for many of you, you're feeling like, okay, I get the feeling that for most of you, there's a sense of like traction this week of like, okay, the wheels have clicked into place and suddenly now things are speeding up. I'm starting to get pulled towards my 10 of Pentacles. There could be this future vision for yourself. Ooh, oh my. Okay. So for those of you who watch my videos, I love using this deck because it's what I call my magic deck, and doubles come up often, but different doubles. So it's not a sleight of hand, it's the truth. So we have Queen of Wands that came up twice. Look at that. Wow. Queen of Wands. So you have King of Wands right here. And we have Queen of Wands right here. Queen of Wands is, as I was saying, this is the feminine version of the same energy that the King of Wands brings. This is keeping yourself open, keeping yourself receptive. This is blooming where you're planted. This is keeping your feet firmly where you are, and you're using your wand of passion as a magic wand, and you're saying, you know what? Even though I know these kind of flowers can't grow where I live now, I'm going to find a way to make them grow. And I'm not going to go... There's a sense with the Queen of Wands of a realization that, like I say a lot, that no matter where we go, there we are, you know, that kind of thing. It's like you can't run from yourself. A change in scenery, a change in, location, a change in job isn't going to change you. And there's a sense with this coming through of holy cannoli, boy, are you tapping into your magic. The Queen of Wands can represent the witch archetype in the tarot. This can also be with the 8 of Wands in this. This might be coming towards you, Aries. Like, whoa. Like, if you were the king right here, this is stating that part of your ultimate legacy is this queen. And she's coming in fast. And it doesn't have to be a she. It could just be a person who represents that energy. This is a divinely inspired match here. This could be, again, a romantic relationship if that's something that you're looking to have come into your life. This could also be a business partnership, something along those lines. But it's beautiful. And it's saying the more you step into this energy and trust your intuition, Aries, the faster you're going to call in this individual over here. And that energy is what's going to allow you to lead to this future vision for yourself, the start of this new growth for yourself. Beautiful energy. I'm going to quickly just pull a final card for you here before I wrap up the reading. So yeah, this week, keep your eye out. There might be somebody coming in fast and hot. The Queen of Wands is your energy, Aries. It's like, there you are. So there could be someone this could even be for some of you a never-ending story around, if this is not you, this could be someone in your life who is a Leo or represents kind of this person who wants to be seen in the world, who leads from what they're passionate about. And it's bringing the best of you out. It's bringing the magic without to the point where you are now able to build together. But there's definitely a connection between you and someone else. So the more you embrace initiation, the more you embrace leadership, the more you embrace following that intuition, the more you're either just going to bring out your own inner power, or the more you're attracting someone to you who will as well, or who will help you bring out your own inner power, but through them being in partnership with you. Love that. Okay, so we have 3 cards that came out. We'll get through them real fast because your reading is running way long. We have Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely, with number 47, breaking down to master number 11, which is the doorway between what is and what can be when we confidently decide to walk through it, when Spirit shows us that open door. We also have Mouse Spirit, tend to the small things, number 40, breaking down to number 4. This is about work. This is about building new foundations. So tend to the small things. Then we have Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom, number 67, which breaks down to number 13. That is about death and transformation, further breaking down to the number 4. So there's another number 4 here. So I get the feeling for some of you, there's a sense of breaking something down in your life to rebuild a new and much better and much firmer foundation than had been previously built. And with use your mind wisely and turn knowledge into wisdom, there's that sense of really looking back at the past, understanding how you can pull energy, resources, experience forward, take the lessons that you've learned, and really initiate this week towards that bigger, expanded future vision for yourself. Show yourself in all your fiery, passionate glory, and get ready to see how that elevates your own magic, or how that brings in someone like this to really light your fire. And whatever this 10 of Pentacles is, this could be a home, a family, this could be the business that you want to achieve someday, whatever it is, someone's coming in fast to help you get there. All right, I will leave it there, Aries. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can click on the link in the description box below to visit my website. Otherwise, the full tarot scope for the month of August is up on my channel if you'd like to view yours. Those are about 50 minutes in length and go a little deeper into the energy for the month. And if you'd like to subscribe, sorry guys, so you can be notified when my weekly and monthly readings are released, I would so greatly appreciate that if you feel called to do so. All right, bye Aries. Have a wonderful week ahead.